I'm Vympel, a trauma nurse. Well, at that time, I wasn't officially one yet. I was just about to apply for the job. I was 24 years old, and that day I was going to an interview at a clinic in Tepatitlan, Jalisco. One of those clinics that are well known in the area, where you know that if you get the job, you already have something stable. I arrived early, nervous but eager. I went through human resources, the usual stuff, questions, paperwork, what you know how to do, how you react in complicated situations. There were 6 of us in total, all applying for the same position. While we waited, we started talking, getting to know each other a bit, the usual to ease the tension. That's where I met Ivan, the other one who unknowingly ended up staying with me. He was quieter, but you could tell he really wanted to work. Then they told us that we had already passed that part, and now the important thing was coming, which was to see how we handled ourselves with patients. I mean, it wasn't theory anymore, it was practice. Right when they were explaining that to us, we started hearing noises. At first they were distant, but then they became more frequent, clearer. No one needed to say what it was. We all understood that hell had broken loose outside because of Señor de los Gallos. The atmosphere for everyone there changed in seconds, like snapping your fingers. The staff started moving differently, faster, more serious. The nurses started preparing supplies, opening packages, arranging stretchers. The trauma team started clearing space, preparing splints, bandages, everything that could be useful. The doctors left their offices and started organizing areas. At reception, they closed entrances, lowered curtains, and talked on the radio. It was no longer routine, it was a response. And then they said to close the entrances and get ready to receive patients because they were already on their way. That's when several people panicked. Out of the 6 of us, 4 left. Literally, they said they weren't going to get involved in that and left. Only 2 of us stayed, Ivan and I. And at that moment, it was no longer an interview. It was something completely different. The head nurse walked by, came toward us, saw us, and told us that if we were going to stay, we should get to work. He told us to change, put on our uniforms, wash our hands thoroughly, and get ready because more patients were going to start arriving, and they started to arrive. First a few, then more, and after that, they just kept coming. Some walking on their own, others arriving on stretchers. Some conscious, others not so much. Most were police officers and soldiers, though others arrived and their allegiance was unclear. The clinic became a support hub, a place where they had to take care of whoever arrived. And you there, with what you know about trauma care, but never having experienced anything like this before, following instructions, cleaning wounds, setting fractures, applying bandages, helping to stop bleeding, moving patients. Ivan was by my side almost the whole time. Sometimes we didn't even talk, we just looked at each other and understood what needed to be done next. There was a moment when he was holding pressure on a wound while I was looking for supplies, and we knew we couldn't fail there. There's no time to consider if you're ready. You just do what needs to be done. There were moments when you wanted to stop for a second, but you couldn't. There was always someone else who needed attention. And there were also moments when you saw someone and knew they were in serious condition, but you had to move on to the next one, and that weighs on you. The boss was guiding us the whole time, not yelling, but firm. He told you what to do and how to do it, and you just followed. That's how we spent hours. I lost track of time. Eventually, they gave us food, but honestly, I wasn't hungry. It was mainly to keep you from fainting. After that, everything slowed down. Fewer people came in. Things calmed some, but the atmosphere remained heavy. And that's when, once everything had calmed down, I sat down in a corner and fell asleep. I woke up to the sound of the sink. A nurse was washing her hands, and I asked her what time it was. 9 in the morning, she told me. I got up as best I could, and then the boss came over to me and told me straight without beating around the bush.
If you still want the job, it's yours, but not due to the interview. It's because you had the guts to stay when everyone else ran away.
No, just like that, and well, I said yes. Ivan stayed too, and since that day I've been working there. And over time, you realize something they don't teach you in school, that this job isn't just about knowing how to do things right, it's about having the mindset to not leave when everything goes wrong. Because that day I was going to ask for a job and I ended up understanding all at once. What position was it for?